I got a few plates to make to mount my airlines. Right now they're sitting here loose, so I got to make some of these plates to get it so it ties into the studs. I got a few different designs, designed them up in Mastercam. Now I'm going to cut them on the plasma table. In a couple of them I got to bend over on the press brake, so I'm going to go through those steps right now. Sure beats cutting them by hand. So next step, I need to type in the information into the bend control here for my different bends that I have to do. I'll start with these plates. I'll start with this flange, then flip it around and do this flange to go up and behind. It should clear the die, no problem. But yeah, there's plenty of room. So actually maybe I want to start with that one and just move to the next. Yeah, that's how I'll do it. Alright, so I'll start with this bend. I can come in, edit. It's 1/8 inch, so I want to change my lower die to that, which is correct there. Change this, soft aluminum. Change my thickness. My overbend is 0 for this. Then I want it to be at 1.64. 1.641, my width, this is 3 inches. So that. Oh, that ain't gonna work. It's gonna crash in. I have to do it the other way. Well, I can salvage this for what it is. Well, that was a mistake, but it's all right. I can fix it. Not quite 90, but I can adjust that. Still learning how to use this thing and how to process the parts, but overall, that's what I'm looking for. I'll just have to fix them up a little bit by hand. Not a big deal. So. Alright, now that's the first one. Now this next one, I gotta bend 2 different bends, 2 different directions. So start by bending this one and then bend that one down. Modify the program real quick. Alright, so I want this 1.391. And then this second one, I want it 1.283. Why won't that save? Oh, it was already there. All right, these I just need one. Go there. There we go. This should work plenty good for what I'm doing. Well, here I have it. The aluminum bracket I made to fasten my airline to the wall to complete my whole install. Now I can just get to work without having to worry anymore. This has been a big project ever since I moved to this place. I had to wait to get the electrical done before I could do a lot of this other stuff. But now that I just did everything myself, put the airlines on the wall, I'm going to start moving some of this stuff out. Hopefully soon I can get a storage container and clear out all this space. My plan is on this far wall. I'm going to build myself a nice saw table for my chop saw down there. So that way I can just go up, cut the material. Underneath I'm going to have storage for sheets of steel and aluminum, so it doesn't have to sit outside anymore. That's what happened to this. It sat outside all winter and just got rotted away. And then hopefully One of the next things is get myself a fixture table in here. Been looking at the Fireball Tools 3/4 inch fixture table, probably 4.5 by 6.5 would be a good fit for this garage. But that's not an inexpensive thing. I need to buckle down, get some projects done, and get some money rolling before I can do that. But for now, I'm going to start working on the LS swap again. Hopefully I can get that in by the end of the week, have the engine mounted. Now that I have the engine mounts, the brackets all welded up, painted, I'm going to bolt them on. I actually got my PSC power steering reservoir bracket that I made up. This one is on here but just not painted. I'll take that off and use it on my other truck. But I can get that on there. I got to drill 2 holes and stick some, like I got 10mm flange bolts that I'll stick in there. Keeping everything on the engine metric. Only makes sense. So I'll get those drilled and mount this whole thing and fasten it up. That way it's finalized and I can just drop it all in and be ready to go. I need to get the AC compressor installed. I got a new belt for it. I had to cut the old one off in order to get it back out of the Jeep, but that's not a big deal. I'm going to steal the AC compressor off of my 5.3 I got sitting over here, get that put on here, and then I got to change my transfer case mount. I ended up buying the advanced adapter mount for the stock transfer case. I can't get myself the Atlas transfer case yet, so I just went with the, I'm gonna stick with the stock one for now. Having the additional power of the V8 should help me. I got a lot more low end grunt, don't have to give it as much gas, so I shouldn't really need lower gears for most things I do, but it would be nice. So hopefully eventually I can put an Atlas transfer case in here, 4-to-1 or 3.8-to-1, and twin stick it, and that'll be one of the last things I do to this whole project after this. So maybe I'll coil over swap the front. Haven't decided on that yet, if I want to do that or just start focusing on other projects. But for now, I'm going to switch this bracket out, put these motor mounts on, and go from there.